Welcome back to your Monday episode here in Sun Upon 7. We're having purposeful conversations. We've had conversations with students, social workers that are doing meaningful work in the country. We also talk with actors that have showed their vulnerability and, how can they improve their acting career. And now we're having a conversation with a visiting student athlete, Marques Warrick. And of course, joining him is Polo Lightburn. So Marques, good morning. Thank you for accepting our invitation. It's a pleasure to have you on our couch. How are you doing this Monday?
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Mr. Lightburn, how are you doing, sir?
Good. This
Good?
morning for sure.
You're good. I mean, you're beaming with pride as you are giving us an overview of Marques.
Because I saw this coming.
Yeah.
Not since he was 2, but
Wow. So we want to say thank you for the introduction to Marques. I mean, we're gonna get to know him a bit better. Because you're quite a stellar in the US. Doing meaningful work in your athlete career, and of course, we're gonna find out more about you.
also here in Belize, whenever he comes home, he usually do a summer camp and work with the kids.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, we're having one this Wednesday.
All right. So do you see, you're right in line with what the conversation is going to be about.
happening.
Right.
That's him.
Okay.
Let's dive into the Belize Heritage Show as well. You mentioned that they are from 2 years old. So let's go into that so people can understand the context of, mother, father, all that stuff.
Yeah, basically my mom is from here. She grew up with 6 siblings, so I have a lot of family here, a lot of aunts, uncles, and cousins. And like I said, visited since I was 2, been here many times, and so I know a lot of the ways to get around and stuff like that, just like I'm from here. But, it's always good coming back, see family, and, just having that Belizean side with my mom being from here.
Can you tell us now, what has it been like, being abroad? What have you been up to in your athletic career?
Yeah, I played basketball ever since I was 5. My dad, he played, and he taught me how to play, and so did my granddad. And so, I just loved the game from a young age, and I decided at a young age that I wanted to play. This is what I wanted to do when I grew up. And so, I've been working hard ever since, and got a basketball scholarship to Northern Kentucky, and just working my way up, trying to get to the pro level.
Marques, you're quite humble about how you shared about
I know he's
your
not
athletic
telling us
career.
about all the way he lead his team for those who are asking to do it.
Exactly.
Because
Yes.
you don't want to tell us, but he gonna tell us.
I'm his marketing director.
Exactly. But,
First of all, his heritage, right, goes farther than his mom. He's the grandson of Lovable Tony, right, the host of Belizean Musician Past and Present on Creme Television, and who has the Saturday morning music show in the morning. Always a shout out to all the villages and that,
All right.
That's his granddad. Marques in high school was an all-state, which is big. That's like right level below All-American. You got all conference, you got all league, you got all state, then you got all city, all state, then you got All-American. Well, in high school he was all state, and then when he got to college his freshman year, the conference he plays in is the Horizon League. He was the Horizon League freshman of the year.
Nice.
And he was an All-American freshman. And then this year, he was the Horizon League Conference Player of the Year.
Wow.
And led his team to the NCAA Watch Winners top 64 teams in the nation, which is very big. And he's also is it Lou Henson? Lou Henson.
Lou Henson.
Lou Henson. He was the,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the Lou Henson. He was a Lou Henson student athlete, All-American, and Lou Henson student athlete, Player of the Year nominee in the whole nation of America.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
Marques really never want to tell me all of this shusha. He's just like, I played, I got a scholarship. My grandfather and my dad taught. You supposed to tell me all of the juices too, man. Of like, that's incredible to say.
He also his mother happened to be a preacher, and he works in the church. He collects the what do you call it?
The ties, yeah. I used to do that before I moved to college.
Before he moved to college, he used to move the tide.
Yeah.
Did you ever have any ambition of being a preacher?
No, I didn't. No.
Because I'm saying you can't be
Not right now.
you can't be a preacher if you don't talk. For sure, you're gonna get no tithes.
Awful.
Yeah.
So now we know that, of course, this is not the first trip back. You've been doing camps and everything. What is in store for your visit this time? I know Polo said how you have a camp starting Wednesday.
Yeah.
What can people expect? Is there more than just a camp?
I think so, yeah. We were just talking yesterday about it. It's kind of still in the works right now, and just obviously a last minute thing. And I think the mayor will pay a visit, and we're going to meet with him and
And the mayor
talk,
sponsoring the camp.
yeah. And so it should be good. And a lot of kids.
Bringing out like the best under 18. If you're going to have 75% of the best under 18 national team potential in the country.
Okay.
At least 5 of the kids that are going to be there are getting scholarships.
Right. So the camp is happening starting this Wednesday, Marques.
Yes.
Is there still an opportunity for a person to sign up to the camp? How can that registration happen? Do you have any? Can you share that?
Well, let me say that
Okay.
we are more focusing on the elite players. It's not like an open camp to beginners. We want to. My plan this summer is whenever we have a bunch of guys like this coming in, and it's whenever they come in, we have a camp to sharpen their skills so that they can work with these guys who have professional training and who have experienced it at another level, and to share that experience with you so that when you get there, you know what to expect.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it. And so that's going to be where you're going to be giving off skills and like capacity building for the players, right?
Right. Yeah.
Do you guys know more or less how long the camp is going to last?
It's a 1 day thing.
Oh, so just 1 day?
Yeah, it's going to be like 3 hours Wednesday from 3:30 to about 6:30.
Okay.
I already have more or less the people that are going to be going to this camp, but it's nice to see, giving back. For you, Marques, seeing our atmosphere of basketball, things have really been happening when it comes to different tournaments.
Yeah.
Where do you see basketball going in Belize?
I mean, it's definitely expanding. I remember, last time I didn't really hear about a lot of, leagues and top players and things like that. But, Pulu took me to a game last Friday and see the Defenders play. And so the league's definitely been expanding.
Defenders against San Pedro, yeah.
Especially on social media and things like that. And so I didn't really know about it, a few years ago, but now I do. And, a lot of, good players, especially from the U.S., come here to play as well. And, a lot of, rising talent as well from the high school ranks. So a lot of guys, moved to the U.S. to play because, Belize basketball is really rising, and I've been really noticing that the past few years.
For the first time, we have over, I would say over half a dozen kids out there on scholarships, and we have 4 of them in high school. We have never had kids, well, I'm going to say sponsorship because you're not allowed to give scholarships in high school. It's just you get sponsorship, then in college you get a scholarship. So we have at least 4 kids out there right now who are in high school on sponsorship. We have never had one before. One of the kids have already gotten at least a half a dozen Division I offers. Wow. A division, the national sports budget is $2 million a year. One Division I scholarship is $600,000 US, 1.2 million Belize dollars for 4 years. So if we could get 2 kids out there every year to have that, to advance to that stage, you're looking at more than the sports budget. All we need to have get those kids out there and to make it work probably is maybe like $20,000 out of that budget just for their tickets to get them there. But we have at least a dozen Belizean our coaches who are Americans who are affiliated with Belize, who say once they come there, they can get them in school.
They're seeing the potential from Belize. Obviously, there's an atmosphere that's more welcoming of athletes, of all these games.
Right now, I think Belize catch basketball fever over the last few years. I've never seen this many basketball tournaments. Right now, the police department with the Challenge Youths, they're having a tournament with 24 different teams that's going to last 6 months. That's the most team ever in any basketball tournament and the longest tenure of any tournament. I hope and pray to God that it works out pretty good.
We also have the Amateur Basketball League that also does their stuff too. Also, they had their big
As a matter of
playoffs
fact,
on.
that just wrapped up. That just wrapped up
Yeah.
yesterday. Actually, I have I'm involved with a team out there. We went undefeated and won yesterday. 24-8. That's the mayor's team. I want to shout out 24-8 and big up the mayor for sponsoring those kids. Got to plug that one in.
So of course, there's definitely more, like I said, an atmosphere. Marques, for you being international, seeing what's happening out there, where would you want to see Belize get, or what would you want to bring to the table to Belize? Because I know you come back and you do your camps. There's a lot of work that you're getting involved into. But for you, it doesn't have to be for this year, but in the coming years, what would you want to give back to Belize?
I mean, the interest could go on. Honestly, there's a lot that I would want to help out with and do, and just starting with bringing more kids to the U.S. that are talented and get that exposure, because it's hard here to get the exposure that they need and deserve for sure. Just like I said, just giving back, I'll do that a lot in the U.S., different camps, and helping my community. Still want to do that here in Belize as well, different camps and giving back to less fortunate. And also, I think me and Pulu we talked about our business side and starting like an NIL thing. It was basically like where student athletes can profit off name, image, and likeness now. And so
NIL means name, image, and likeness. And up until about 3 years ago, college players weren't allowed to officially get paid or make any money, but they were always getting money under the table from the coaches. They were getting cars and stuff, and it was creating a lot of controversy. And they realized that, it's not fair to these kids. The colleges are making hundreds of millions of dollars off of them, and they have to be out there hustling, basically. Right. So they created this situation where they have this system where they call it NIL, name, image, and likeness. And like, if you get a lot of following and you're popular, different companies give you a contract. For example, right now, I think he has a contract with who?
Yeah, currently I just have a contract with a trading card company. So basically it's a quid pro quo. I have to do something for them and they pay me to do whatever. So that's just one of the things right now. And, but like I said, we want to start something soon in the next few years or whatever. And basically we have a collection of people and donors to, help these kids out, especially if they transition to the U.S.
What my idea is, I told him, is that NIL depends, it has to do with following. For example, right now, he only has like maybe about 4,000 people following him on Instagram. But I want us as a nation, probably through the government and the sports people, get together and have like a fan club for all the kids that are out there, all our youth, to give them, so that we follow and have like maybe on Channel 7 in the evening during the news, you have like a contest and for his highlights. Like, I saw him on ESPN 2 nights in a row. I've never seen a Belizean. 2 nights in a row he was on ESPN. It was news. So stuff like that, we promote that, show him in the news, and then we have, let's vote today. Let's follow Marques. Let's follow up on this story. For example, right here with this, with him being on this show, I think you guys get like what, over 10,000 views? Normally, how much? So that right there is going to boost his NIL power because he has this audience. It's all about saying like you might get a contract with a restaurant.
And it's also motivating for basketball, young basketball, like
exactly the opportunity. That you have that.
It shows that you can get somewhere.
Yeah.
As you wrap up this conversation, Polo, Marques, reflecting on your impressive athletic career in the U.S., can you share some, I guess, motivational words for like student athletes that are thinking about what they can achieve to their athletic career? How can they get out there? What does it take for them to be, good at what they're at?
Yeah, really, really simple. Just stay focused in your academics, most importantly, because without academics, you can't play at all. Keeping the grades right. Stay focused with your academics. Listen to your parents because they have a lot of knowledge. I did a good job listening to my mom and dad. They taught me the right things to do. Just those two, and especially, just stay, hardworking in what you want to do, whether it's basketball, whether it's not basketball, other things, other sports, academics, for example. Just stay focused, keep your hardworking mentality up, and you can definitely go far and follow your dream.
Thank you for that. And of course, we're gonna pay bank on what Polish there. Let's increase your followers. Let's increase the Belizean support towards you. Where can they follow you on social media?
Not only for him, for all the kids that are out there. We need to start a fan club. Because we got over what, 400,000 people, and then in the diaspora we got hundreds of thousands. If we could follow, if they get 100,000, automatically they're going to make money.
That's a task for you. Create this fan club.
I'm going to come to all the media houses.
No, and put them there so we can know who these athletes are.
It's about creating opportunity for talent. Yep.
That's a homework for you.
Okay. I'm going to bring it to you.
Where can people follow your athletic journey? I mean, let's get the support going.
Yeah, I mostly post on Instagram, Marques Warrick. That's it. Yep. Marques Warrick. Yeah,
Warrick.
First and last name.
Warrick.
Just my first and last name. Yeah.
All right.
On Instagram.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Warrick. There we go. We got it. I won the spelling bee.
Thank you. Spell it out for them because people are gonna like, I'm just thinking about the people that maybe like can't hear that well in the left ear or something like that. Just need to have that extra. But again, thank you guys so much for this conversation.
It was a pleasure.
Stuff gonna take place, and of course you have homework, so we're gonna see you back when you bring the following, and also make sure we're getting at least out there the exposure.
I would like to. We have like 3 or 4 kids that are going this summer. I'd like to come back with those kids so you could talk to them.
By all means.
It's gonna be a first time.
The exposure is important, and
like 16, 17.
for young people out there, I really want to encourage you to get exposed as much as possible, work on your discipline, but also he's like, I think Marques, you're like the fifth athlete that we've interviewed in this year thus far that talks about academics being so important. So I want to remind you guys and echo that you can't play if you're not getting those grades up. So also make sure you're focusing on your academics. But with that, guys, we go to our next commercial break and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.